They asked me to do a cash payment journal, ne? But they don't give me transactions, they give me a bank statement. So in other words, I need to be able to use this information to put in the CPJ. But now when you look here, you will see I gave you the wrong journal. So let's just fix it. We want to do the cash payments journal, and it's of Suri Sushi. Suri Sushi. And the date is July. You guys, stop talking. July 2024, and it's always important when you get your paper to make sure that all the information is there. Just put it down and give it to me when you leave. Look at me. Very important. Always check the top of your journal. You must have the name of the journal. You must have the name of the business, the month and the year, and the folio. So before you start, first thing you do is you're going to check, is everything there? Second thing, now we need to fix these headings because these headings are now wrong. I want you to put in bank, trading stock, what else? No, not cost of sales. Let me just see what is there. Let's make it packing material. And not that, leave out that one. Okay, so now we start. Now, when I look at a bank statement, the first thing I need to know is my credits is plus. Can you see there's only one plus? It says credit. And that credit that's a plus is things that makes the money in my bank more. Meaning this will be a CRJ. Now, did I ask you to do a CRJ? No. I asked you to do a CPJ. So can you see that that transaction will not go in? Okay. Can you see here? Or is this thing in the way? Let's do that. Can you see? Okay. Now, second thing I want to look for is I want to know what is this bank's name. It's Money Bank. Okay? Then I'm going to look for two things. The first thing I'm going to look for is interest. Please stop talking. The second thing is going to be bank charges. Okay. Now, do you see interest here? Is there any interest? I don't see interest. I don't see interest. If there was interest, I would write the bank's name, put the amount in bank, and in sundry I'll say interest on overdraft. What would happen if it was a plus interest? Would it go to the CPJ? No. What is a plus? CRJ. And if I go to the CRJ and I put the interest in the CRJ, would I use the analysis? No, because the bank will put the money straight into the bank. And in my sundry, what would it be? Interest on what bank? What kind of bank? A favorable bank or an unfavorable bank? Favorable bank. And what's the name for a favorable bank? Current or overdraft? Current. Okay. So, make a note for yourself, please. If there's interest, and the interest is debit, meaning a minus, it will go to the CPJ, and you will write interest on overdraft. You can write it like this. Okay? Debit. If the interest is credit, meaning it's a plus, it will go to the CRJ and it would be interest on current account or favorable. Okay. So there's no interest in this specific exercise, but there is bank charges. So I want you to quickly go see what is the bank charges. So the bank charges, if I go look, it would be all the stuff with weird names that doesn't have accounts that we know. So for instance, can you see there? Service fees, cash deposit fees. Can you see that? Now what do I know? I know I want to, this is all happening on the 22nd and the 25th, so I take the latest date, I say 25, and remember the CPJs, most everything is bank statement, because I get the info from the bank statement. Now let's quickly look. What will I write in the name, in the details? What's the bank's name? Money Bank. So I'm going to write Money Bank. You see? And what's the amount I'm going to use? How much is my, and remember I'm going to sundry already write the bank charges. I'm going to highlight this one green, that you know this is the bank, this is this green one that I'm doing. What happened now? Who moved my stuff? Let's go on. Let's go on. So, here we go. So now, what is the amount of my bank charges? Tell me. What is the total of the bank charges? I just highlighted it for you. Plus 96. So it's what? 285. 291. So I'm going to put it in the bank. Remember, everything goes in the bank. And in the sundry, 291. You see? And there you already got a few tips. Yes. Yes. We're going to do everything on the 25th. So now, let's go look. What's the next things that happen? I see there's an EFT. Ne? And why is there EFT? It's for paying our debt at MoFish, our supplier for quality raw salmon. We are sushi. Say it quickly. Suri sushi. Okay. So, suri sushi, obviously needs fish. So, if we get fish from MoFish, what do we call this guy? Because we are paying him.
The fisherman. Oh.
Yeah. What is he of us if we are paying him?
Supplier.
Because can you see there's a word there called debt. You see? We're paying our debt at MoFish. So, I'm going to do this one here. Let's see. So, I'm going to say I'm paying MoFish, more fish. Can you see? We want more fish.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what's the amount? 1,800. Am I going to put it with trading stock? No. Why not? Because We didn't say this is for buying fish. This is for paying our debt. And what do we call someone we owe money to?
Debtor.
A debtor owes us.
Oh, creditor.
A creditor we owe. Is there a column for creditor?
No.
So I go to sundry
Sundry.
and I say creditors control. You can abbreviate it like this. Okay. Everybody with me so far? Now I see I still need this debit order, this one. Can you see? Every single transaction has got a sign. Can you see they are all minuses? So in the CPJ, always, in the bank statement, always remember, write it big for yourself. If you have a bank statement as information, a minus or a debit would go to the CPJ. A plus or a credit will go to the CRJ. Please remember that. Okay. Now, please remember now the next one. So now it's a debit order and we are paying our water and electricity. So, I know it has to go, just see how I do it. I put it in bank. I see there's not a column for water and electricity. So I put it in sundry. Okay, now I need the words. So let's find the words. Can you see in the CPJ, everything just goes into bank and one other place. Okay, now I know this is for water and electricity. Okay, who do we pay water and electricity to? The government. And what do we call the government that we pay to?
Municipality.
The municipality. No, you should have been Afrikaans, then you just write Stadsraad. Way easier, ne? Ja, die Stadsraad. Yes. Did I lose you? Which one? The orange one. Okay, so where did you lose me? Everywhere. Okay, let me repeat what I did. If I read there, I said I pay water and electricity. Okay? So I know the amount must go into bank and water and electricity. Is there a column for water and electricity?
No.
That's why I put it sundry. Water and electricity. Why? It's just, I highlighted it in colors just so that you know this transaction is this transaction is that, and this transaction is that. It's just so that you can link the transactions. Yes. Yes. Yeah. The only problem that you go, so you can do it. Please remember, it doesn't have to be in order. I will mark it even if it's in the wrong order. It's just right. For me, I'm just needing to see that you know in which journal to put it. Okay, so in this case, what I tested is that you know that credit doesn't go in there. Okay, then you can do it any order. So you can start with the EFT, the debit order, the bank charges. It's sharp. The only problem with the date is when you get here, can you see it's 2 different days? But bank charges, you need to show together. So, usually what a business do is they wait for the last day. And then they go take all their bank charges and add it together. So then you take the latest date for the bank charges. So you could have said Mo Fish was the 7th and the municipality was the 10th. You could have done that. We could have had it 7, 10, 25. Also sharp. Yes.
Sorry, but in editing these videos,